Recently, I got my hands on one of these, and this is a Razer Viper Mini. Now, this is a very interesting mouse because when I told my friends that my current mouse would quit its job very soon, they recommended me this mouse the most. And so in this video, we'll be seeing if this mouse is worth the hype, the recommendation, by unboxing and testing it out ourselves. And so let's get this started. So, shall we begin with the unboxing? So, this is the box that comes with the mouse as you buy it, and this is basically the outside view of the box. So some basic info about the mouse. It is a bitexturous mouse. Is that how you read it? Is that how you say it? It means you can use it with your left and right hand, so that's a very nice thing about it. So as you open it, you can see for gamers by gamers. Then if you open the mouse, here is the usual manual that comes first. It contains all the info about the mouse. You also have a sticker that comes with it, so that's pretty nice. Very Razer-like, does that very traditionally, and we'll just put that aside first. So this is the box. We'll begin with the cable. So the cable is apparently called the Razer Speed Flex cable. That's a very interesting name. And boom, there you have it. Now it's wrapped around outside with a nice white cover. I guess that's what you call it, like a plastic foam kind of thing. So this is how the mouse looks like. Well, what can I say? It's a very small mouse. First impressions, I have to say. I have small hands, right? I have really small hands compared to all of my friends, and that's why I really actually bought this mouse, because I took my hands into consideration. And when I hold this first, this is very small. It's very light too. So this mouse actually weighs 61 grams, and for comparison, an Apple weighs 100 grams, so this is such a light mouse, not gonna lie. Then, another info about this mouse is that it has 6 clickable buttons, so 1, 2 on the side, 3, 4, the main 2 switches, the scroll wheel, 5, and the DPI button, I believe, that's the 6th one, so boom. Now, let's connect this to our laptops to see its RGB and other infos. Okay, now we will try to connect the mouse into my laptop to see its RGB and other functions. So, here is the mouse itself, and let's plug it in. Ooh, so there it goes. Here's the RGB you have on the mouse currently at the moment. So this mouse has the Razer Chroma RGB Underglow. That's apparently the RGB name of this mouse. So what it does is basically it has a RGB bar at the bottom of the mouse, and so it reflects to the underneath, I should say, the mouse pad of the mouse, so that it gives this kind of heavenly feeling, I'm guessing. And apart from that, you also have a RGB colored lights on the Razer logo, and that is all about the RGBs. But if you want to change the colors of the RGB of this mouse, you can actually do that in a software called the Razer Synapse. Basically, it is a software created by Razer to customize all the Razer products that you have, such as this mouse. So in there you can actually customize its colors. For this mouse, there's 5 different types of RGB coloring presets that you have. And other than that, you can also customize the DPI, the polling rate, and all other stuff about the product you have, and so that is doable there. If you're a Razer user, then you probably know the software, but just to let you know, that is doable. But more on this mouse has 5 color presets for its RGB as mentioned before. Those are audio meter, breathing, reactive, cycling, and static, and that's also, customizable in the Razer Synapse. So for audio meter preset, basically the lighting will depend on the sound that will be played on your laptop. So currently I don't really have a sample, so I can't really show you, but basically for the audio meter setting, it just basically shows up when there's a sound. Next, you also have this preset called breathing. Breathing, basically it makes the mouth breathe. Just like that, it will just do that again and again and again. And you can also customize the color of the breathing. So this is red, that was green a while ago. This is all doable in Synapse, and this is also purple. Boom, this is basically the mouse is breathing, it has that kind of effect. Next you have reactive. Reactive basically is a very interesting thing because it shines when you click it. Boom, clicks it, and then it goes back. Boom. And then it goes back. I don't think you can actually see the lighting if you use the mouse because you will be covering all the RGBs, but I'm just saying the function is there, and I guess it's kind of pretty cool. Next, you have the Citrum cycling. Basically, it's the cycling of the colors. So you have, it's going to run through all the colors that it has in the color wheel, and it's just going to change from that to that continuously. So that's basically the Citrum cycling. And at the end you have static. Basically the color is just static, and you can change that color too. If I want this to be, let's just say, light blue, then boom, light blue it is. If I want this to be white, then bam, that's white. And those are all the color presets. But other than that, you also have the DPI. So this mouse has a DPI from 200 to 8500, so it's a pretty wide range of DPI. I think just for everyday use that should be enough. I mean, unless you're in a very special situation, you wouldn't be using, I don't know, 9000 DPI, because you could also adjust the sensitivity of the mouse based on that, but just saying. So now let's have a short testing of the mouse by using it in VALORANT. So currently I am in VALORANT and I'm in the shooting range. I will just try to test this mouse for the first time, how it feels like. Yeah, I haven't played VALORANT in a decade, but here we are. So here, my DPI is set to 800 and my sensitivity is 0.4. And first impressions of this mouse. The clicks are very solid, as in a very positive way. The clicks are really solid. The one I had on my old Logitech mouse is that they were pretty soft in a way that there is some sort of pressure that you need to have before actually clicking the mouse. Meanwhile, this one is just, you click it and you press it, and it's just going to click it. So that's the one good thing about the feeling of this mouse. It feels really solid, it feels really fast. It's also light too, so it's light. You know, I'm not really tired right now, and I think in terms of the clicking keys and all, it's pretty nice. But there's one thing I found bad about it is basically how small the mouse actually is, because yes, the mouse is for small hands, and it is a very small mouse, but I do have a small hand, and honestly I think my small hand may be a little bit bigger than others' small hands, but when I use the mouse, my pinky finger is dragging on the mouse pad already, so the side of the mouse is only for my ring finger, or my pinky finger it's just somewhere else. It's just dragging on the mouse pad. So maybe it's too small, maybe it's my hand is bigger, but for me, I am having this issue of not knowing where to put my pinky finger, and that's a pretty uncomfortable feeling, I have to say. The mouse is light, the mouse feels good, feels solid, but yeah, having nowhere to put my pinky finger, that's pretty awkward, not gonna lie. I will not lie about that. Another comment on the mouse is its scroll wheel. Ooh, its scroll wheel is really satisfying. It's soft and also hard in a way. I don't know how to explain it. I think it can only be explained if you actually use the mouse, but I am a fan of these scroll wheels. On its side buttons, that's a pretty loud side buttons. Side buttons fine. Side buttons are pretty big for you to use it, so you won't miss those for sure. Other than that, the mouse also feels very accurate. It doesn't drift away or anything. It feels really accurate. It has an optical sensor from Razer, so I'm not really sure about the name of the sensor, but it is an optical sensor, and it's not bad. It's really not bad. It's very accurate, and there's no really a lot of lag around the place, so it's a good thing. Oh my gosh, my aim in Valorant is actually terrible. But those are it for the first impressions. So, after all the things we've tested for this mouse, what is my final verdict of the Razer Viper Mini? Is it good? Is it worth the hype? Is it worth the recommendations? Or nah? Or is it bad? Well, for me, I think it's a yes. I think it is worth the hype. It is a mouse that's great for small hands. And when I say small hands, I say small hands because I thought my hands were small, but apparently this mouse is for people that have really small hands. So if you have a really small hand, then you might want to think of this mouse. But other than that, the mouse also feels very light, so there's no really a lot of strain around your wrist if you use it for a long time. Other than that, the RGB also looks awesome. I really like the customization and all the different things that you can do with Razer Synapse. And other than that, what can I say? The price, it's okay. I got it for 1,200 pesos in the Philippines, so you can convert it to other currencies, but for me, I think it is a reasonable value for all the things that it holds. Yeah, overall, the mouse looks promising. I will definitely enjoy this mouse, and I will definitely see the retirement of my old Logitech. Yeah. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did making it. This mouse, I'm beginning to have a place in my heart for it, and this video is not sponsored or paid or anything by Razer. It's just purely from my opinion as a customer, because I did really need a new mouse. But yes, if you like this video, please give this a thumbs up, and for other videos like this, please subscribe so you won't miss another video, maybe something like this. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time.